that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2020 Toronto Blue Jays.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Ubaldo Jimenez gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, remember last year he had an ERA under 4. Very solid, very dependable.
And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Matty, Evan Longoria has always been a reliable third baseman. That's his natural position. He's won multiple Gold Glove awards in his career. You can always count on him to make the difficult stops. He still has a great arm, too.
Kim is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Alford on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now to the plate, Manny Machado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball out toward right field. Brown moves over, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting third,
Andre Ethier gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally...
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. So a very good inning that time for Ubaldo Jimenez. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the defense for the Orioles. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts, so we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Anthony Alford started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. started to go around there, but he holds up ball one.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Inside corner called as strike 1 and 2.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
Darvish pauses. Here's the 1-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. At the plate, Kevin Pillar. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Kevin Pillar.
In there, no balls and a strike.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. Hit hard down the line. Donaldson's there. And this sails right over Davis's head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
And it goes without saying, but how well this team plays defensively is going to say a lot about how they fare this year. They made it a big priority in spring training, so you hate to see him start making errors here on opening day.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
It looked like he was going to try to go the other way with that thing, but a wise idea there to try to hold up.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Yeah, he's got a base open, but I don't think you want to put 2 men on for that guy in the very first inning. No, thanks.
Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Davis, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Batting fourth, first baseman, Edwin.
Coming to the plate now, Edwin Encarnacion, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. To short, hit hard. Machado has it. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, I think if we were playing tennis, you'd call this one an unforced error. This is fairly routine out to short. I'm not sure what would have caused him to throw so wildly, but you can see the first baseman unable to keep his foot on the bag, and that's going to go down as an E6.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Boy, I'll tell you what, after seeing 2 errors in the inning, as a pitcher, you pretty much have to go into strikeout mode.
And Longoria swings right through that one as he's behind 0-2 now.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2, and now you've got to put that early run behind it and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2. Softly on a line to third. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. The sights in. Leading off the inning, Chris Davis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman
Josh Donaldson steps in. He'll get his first shot at it here. Here's the first pitch to him. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
Throw to first will be in plenty of time, and Jimenez is looking sharp now. 2 away.
Adam Jones.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There is Travis. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go. Dominic Brown strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Dominic Brown.
First pitch on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Still 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jones is under it, makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 7.
Devin Travis is set to go now as he'll get his campaign at the plate started right here. He's set. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Harris is there. 2 down.
Batting 8. Left
Ezekiel Carrera gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the Blue Jays break into the hit column as that's a base hit.
Not a bad guy to have hitting in your 8 spot. That guy's no slouch up there, and he comes through with a solid single here.
Derek Chung set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Blue Jays held in check. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. A nice daytime shot there from one of the many marinas here in Toronto as we're set to go in the 3rd inning of this one. Cisco will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Back at it now is Jimenez as he's able to jump ahead in the count quickly here. 0-1.
Wow, he is spotting that fastball on a dime here early on.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting 8.
Kareem Harris stands in for the first time. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Alford ranging back at the track, the wall, and this one is gone. A home run. And how about that? Kareem Harris has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now I'm sure He's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Batting ninth.
Stepping in now, Lee.
Number 17.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, what a dive. It's there, and he's out.
Oh, what a play.
Now batting.
And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word from the dugout is. But here's one more look at it. Man, that's tough to tell if he was out for sure from that angle. And I can see why this was a really tough call on the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Orioles have elected to challenge the
All right, we'll take
play.
one last look at it here. Now, the question is, if there's enough video evidence to change the call to safe, and wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat the throw, and this might be a well-used challenge.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward. Now a throw over, and the runner back.
Just checking.
Into the box, Kim. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball four. Manny Machado is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Oh, and a fine play there as he ranges back to put this one away. Not an easy play by any means, and there are two gone.
Nice.
A little bit of a risk there with two away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Looking to minimize the damage here, Andre Ethier is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And that's through, a base hit. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
First baseman number 19,
Chris Davis steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
Ranging back is Carrera. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire. Leading off the inning, Anthony Alford, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
The 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. At the plate, Kevin Pillar. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
68 miles an hour. I mean, that's barely the speed limit. You don't see pitches that slow too often.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
First baseman,
Edwin Encarnacion will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Pitch in the dirt, and that gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And with 2 strikes, this is the risk that you run trying to get a guy to fish for something. No doubt that was the idea, but it's going to wind up costing him.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. They still trail it here 2-1. Josh Donaldson is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
baseman number 24, Josh Donaldson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Hot shot to third. Longoria's got it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Now batting number 10, center fielder
Adam Jones stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch of the at-bat. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Brown is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting,
Cisco in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Sliced hard down the left field line. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Kareem Harris stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, and he jumped all over a first pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here. So let's see if he's aggressive early in the count once again.
Drilled right back up the middle. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. When we come back, Evan Longoria will start things off. It's the Orioles 2 and the Blue Jays 1. And here is Evan Longoria. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Number 3.
In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, still a little late with that swing. He's got to get going a little sooner.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Up with it, Cisco. And the throw is in time. Longoria is retired, and there's one away.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
Here's the left-handed hitting Dominic Brown, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Therefore, it is Donaldson, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Striding into the box, Devin Travis. He flew out in his last at-bat. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
1-1.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. 2-2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Our score remains 2-1. Lee heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Second baseman, number 17.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Sometimes that first pitch of an inning, a guy will go up there and show a bunt, but then pull it back, just to pull that third baseman in a few steps. But he's not bluffing right here. He's trying to beat this thing out. But he winds up heading back to the dugout after just 1 pitch.
Kim will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway.
Well, you see his pitch count on your screen right there. That's not a mistake. He's been loving those first pitch outs, that's for sure.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Manny Machado will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Check to swing there and pops this one up. And Longoria's got it for out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Andre Ethier will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. From the stretch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Carrera's there. And that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Ezekiel Carrera comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Now batting.
There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. Now at the plate, Derek Chung. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. Harris sprinting after it and foul. Trying to strike him out for the second time. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. He spoils another one, and will do it again. The 2-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
A little surprising he missed that badly on 3-2. You hate to get into a position to put a guy away and then lose him to a hit by pitch.
Anthony Alford will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Darvish a check on first, and he's back standing.
Simple throw over there.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They're down 2-1. Chris Davis will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. But right there is Encarnacion, and he just got in the way of that one. One gone.
Number 24, Josh Donaldson.
Josh Donaldson will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And the way their starter's throwing, another run here, that might be all they need. He's into scoring position now with a double.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit around third and being waved on home. He will score, and the O's add another to their lead. It's now a 2-run lead at 3-1.
You know, sometimes this game can just be flat out simple. Here, he just worked his way into a good count, bought himself a nice fastball to hit, and then just rips it out there to drive in a run.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And that is going to be all this afternoon for Ubaldo Jimenez. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Number 57 is on, and he'll take over on the mound. Into the box now, Cisco. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now a snap throw to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Carrera, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Kareem Harris will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. On the ground to third. Taken in by Longoria. Throw to second for the force out, and the side. Troy Tulowitzki will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fellow on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
The 0-1 delivery. Scorched to third. And a rather easy first out.
First base.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there at what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
One run, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Swing and a liner. Foul. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side, and that's through for a hit.
And you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to do something at the plate. Now, that's just their second hit of the ball game, and it comes all the way in inning number 6. Offense has been almost non-existent so far.
First offering on its way. Into the seats, 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
And you know, as a hitter, with the runner at first and one out, I think I'm going to see something down in the zone because I know they want me to hit into a double play. Instead, they go ahead and they challenge him up, and I don't think he was expecting that.
Low for ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. The O's lead this thing 3-1. Lee is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Leading off for Baltimore, second baseman.
And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike 1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Line drive to left. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Sacrifice attempt here. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
You figure at this point, one more run might put this one to bed. So they opt to play just a little small ball here, and that'll move that runner up into scoring position now with 1 out.
Manny Machado stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1.
Surprising to you guys that it looks like they're going to pitch to him?
It is to me. I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere near this guy with a base open.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
After battling injuries in previous years, Manny Machado showed everybody what he could do in 2015. He got named to the All-Star team, he participated in the Home Run Derby, and he won another Gold Glove.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. But like you said, 2015 was definitely a year to remember for Manny. He became only the 7th Oriole to have 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in the same year.
Yeah, for him, it's all about health. If he can stay on the field, he's going to put together a stellar career. He's got all the tools, there's no doubt about that.
Now a check swing here and a little looper. Carrera on the run. And this will land foul. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. This is blistered into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. He will score as Machado delivers the RBI. It's now 4-1.
Took him a while to pick up that first hit of the ball game, but he made it count as he was able to drive in the run on the RBI single.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And the runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Andre Ethier started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Tap fouled at home plate. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now.
Well, we're going to show you this again in show motion. He does everything he can down there at third base. This is a great effort just to get rid of the ball, but the throw's just too late to get his man at first.
Pedro Baez will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 52, Pedro Baez.
Chris Davis will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
The 1-0 delivery. Hit hard to short. He's got it. The second for 1. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first as that will end the inning. Orioles. Devin Travis will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Kevin Gausman will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Kevin Gausman.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Here's a fly ball now, lifted in the air out to right. Harris has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
The left fielder,
Ezekiel Carrera steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. This is skied into short left center. Kim is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting,
Derek Chung will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time. Now the pitch. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Swing and a liner, but foul. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that's going to land foul. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
And this might be just what the crowd needs to get off their hands a little bit. Last thing you want to do on the mound is hit a guy and have the crowd come to life against him.
Anthony Alford will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set and the pitch. Fly ball out to right field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. One left for Toronto. They trail it 4-1. Josh Donaldson will stand in to lead things off for the Orioles. Adam Jones set to follow. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And the pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ballgame. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Adam Jones gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. For Donaldson, he's at second with his second double of this young season. And he falls behind 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup. Give him a different look.
Swing at a high pop drifting into foul territory. Encarnacion is over and he puts it away for the first out. Cisco will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Carrera going back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Kareem Harris is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Kevin Pillar digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Sean Doolittle is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Sean Doolittle.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2,
Troy Tulowitzki strides in, grounded out his last time through. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial all-star, a gold glover, a silver slugger award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
Drilled on the ground to short. Backhanded on to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here, 2 away.
First baseman, number 2.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Ran it in on the fists, 0-1. Fouled back. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Blue Jays go down. Lee will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Pitch on the way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Right side. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, number 25.
Kim will stand in. Sacrifice bunt his last time.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
The batter, number
Manny
13.
Machado steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. From the belt, the pitch. Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. But a foul ball here, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. This one's down to third. Longoria's there to second for 1. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More opening day baseball coming up following this. Striding in to start the 9th, Evan Longoria, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Zach Britton is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. That misses, 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Britton's ready. They try to put him away here on 2-2. Hit hard, but right into the shift. And he's retired, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 9.
Dominic Brown will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
0-1, here's the pitch. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cisco is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Devin Travis makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. Now here it comes. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
These guys would like to at least get someone on base here in this bottom of the 9th. Got to make them sweat a little.
Throw on to first, and the Orioles move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
And a good job here to come in and finish this one off. And in doing so, he's going to pick up his first save of the year.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And you have to feel good for that guy right there. The games finally count, and he comes out.